Hi everyone, in my last video I started discussion on quick sort technique, and in that video I have discussed everything about how to sort set of numbers using quick sort technique. And in this video I will discuss about writing a C program to perform sorting technique. Okay, so to write the C program we will consider this example which we have discussed in our previous video. If you guys have not seen that video, then I just recommend you guys to watch that video as well. And before coming to today's topic, I just want to tell you guys that if you guys like this video or if you got some useful and valuable information from this video, then click on like button, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and if you guys have any questions, then let me know in the comment section. Now let us start our discussion. As you can see, I have already written down the main function, and in that main function I am accepting the numbers and storing those numbers inside an array, and then I'm making a call to the quicksort function by passing it three parameters. One of the parameters is the array, second one is the 0, that is the low value, which is this, and I have passed the high value, which is n-1. When a call is been made to the quicksort function, then control will come to this particular function. Here I'm checking if the value of low is lesser than high, then I will be calling this partition function. If low is less than high, then I will call partition and I will pass array and low and high. Okay. Low value is 0, high value is 8, so 0 is less than 8, condition becomes true, and I am making a call to this partition function. Control will come to this partition function, and this partition function will bring the pivot element to its sorted position, that is this position. So earlierly this 35 was here at the beginning. After performing this partition function, it bring the pivot to its sorted position where all the left elements are lesser than 35 and all the right elements are greater than 35, and it will return the location of this pivot element, which is j, that is 4. So 4 I will be storing inside this variable j. Next I will be performing the same quicksort from low, that is 0, to j-1. Quicksort on array from low to j-1, and again I am making a recursive call to the quicksort function from j+1 to high, and close the brackets. These three function gets called repeatedly until this unsorted list gets sorted. Okay, so each time when this function gets called, it sorted or it brings the pivot element into its sorted position, in this case this 35. Okay, and then it call the quicksort function on the left side elements, and again one more quicksort call on the right side elements. Okay, so I hope this function gets clear to you. Now let us come to this partition. As I have said, the role of this partition function is to bring the pivot element into its sorted position. First we need to assume few things. So we need to first consider few variables, int I and j. Okay, we need to point I to the first location of this array. So first location of the array is stored inside the variable low, which you can see low. So I will pass value of low to I. By making this, I am pointing this I to first location, and similarly I need to point this j to the last element, and the last element is stored inside high. Okay, so I just need to pass high to j. Next I have also assumed this first element as the pivot element. So pivot element is the first element, that is the index 0, and 0 we have stored inside L. So we just need to pass L, that is low, to pivot. So we need to consider one more variable, pivot. Now we need to check, is there any element on the left side which is either lesser than or equal to pivot. So there is first element on the left 35, we need to check array of I, which is 35, and array of pivot is again 35. So array of I is lesser than or equals to 35. So we need to use while array of I is lesser than or equals to array of pivot. Okay, array of I is 35 and array of pivot is 35. Okay, so as long as I find an element either lesser than or equal to the pivot, I need to keep on increment variable I, and I need to check one more condition. I is less than or equals to H. So as long as the value of I is less than or equals to high, so I is 0 and this one is 8, so 0 is less than 8, condition becomes true. As long as both of these condition becomes true, I need to increment I. Now I comes here. Again I need to check for this value. Array of I now becomes 20 and array of pivot will be same as it is. So 20 is lesser than or equals to 35 and 0 is less than or equals to 8. Both of this condition becomes true. That's why we need to increment I. Now I comes here. Next, now I becomes 62. Now the condition becomes false. That's why I will be kept there itself. Now we need to check from the right side. As long as I find any item which is greater than 35, I need to again use a while loop. While array of j is greater than array of pivot, array of j is 15, greater than array of pivot is 35. 15 is greater than 35? No, condition becomes false. So that's why nothing will happen and j will be placed there itself. So now we have found the position of I and position of j. When the value of I is lesser than j, so 2 is lesser than 8, we need to swap I with j. So as you can see, 15 comes here and 62 comes there. Temp is equals to, I need to take one more variable, temp equals to array of I temp. Okay, now again we need to perform the same thing. This is I, this is j. Okay, so 22. Now array of I is 22. 22 is lesser than or equals to 35. Yes, condition becomes true. So now I has crossed j. Okay, sorry, now I becomes this. Okay, and j. Next, this one. Array of j is 75. 75 is greater than 35. Yes, condition becomes true. That's why j gets decremented. Now j comes here. Okay, so now you have observed the value of I now becomes greater than j. Earlier I value is 4 and now it gets changed to 5. So when I crosses j or when I value becomes greater than j, you need to swap the value of j with the pivot. So 22 will come in the place of 35. So you might have observed, as long as the value of I is less than j, you will be performing this. The moment when I value becomes greater than j, you will be swapping j with pivot. So you need to use a while loop here. While I is less than j. When I is less than j, you will be performing this and you are swapping I with j. Close. And the moment when I crosses j, you need to swap array of j with array of pivot and you need to return the position of j. Okay, so you will get pivot element here and j is the location of this pivot element, which is 4. You need to return this 4 to here. Now 4 gets stored here, and with that the quicksort function gets again called to the left side subarray and right side subarray. I am sure you guys have understood how the elements get sorted and how this entire code works. Okay, so that's all for this video, guys. If you guys like this video or if you got some useful and valuable information from this video, then click on like button, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and if you guys have any questions, then let me know in the comment section. Thanks for watching.